Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunnar along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with Trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with Judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has Judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with. Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David healing his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with Trainer Sydney in the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunnar, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunnar along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with Trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with Judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has Judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with. Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David healing his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach Pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney and the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunner, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunner along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with Judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has Judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach Pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with. Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David healing his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach Pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney and the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunner, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunner along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with Judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has Judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with. Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David healing his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney and the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward, while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunner, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunner along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with Judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has Judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with. Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David healing his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney and the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward, while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunner, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunner along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with. Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David healing his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney and the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunner, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunner along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with. Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David healing his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach Pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney and the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunner, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunner along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with Judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has Judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach Pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with. Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David healing his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach Pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney and the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunner, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunner along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with Judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has Judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie healing Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach Pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue with Hawkeye under a pavilion at the park. Lauren and Hawkeye playing on the beach. Lauren is giving him back scratches. Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera.
Good morning. Welcome to Guide Dogs America Tender Loving Canines. We're about to get started, so if you could start finding your seats, we'd appreciate that. We'll be starting in about 4 minutes, so please start finding your seats. Thank you.
David heeling his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach Pier with Osha by his side looking up at him. Lily being guided by Baylor at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney and the lake in the background. Lily walking through a park with her guide dog, Baylor, and trainer, Jasmine. Sarah motioning guide dog Ike forward, while on a subway platform. Ike is cutting in front of her to keep her safe. Sarah with Ike sitting at her side on a sidewalk at Balboa Park. John with guide dog, Gunner, by his side walking along the subway platform. Trainer Sydney is in front of John giving tips. John being guided by Gunner along the walkway next to the lake at Balboa Park. Daniel walking on a sidewalk in Pasadena being guided by his dog, Ventura. Daniel being guided by Ventura at Balboa Park with trainer Sydney to his right and Lake Balboa in the background. Kealohi standing on a park walkway with Judo by his side. Trainer Sonia is to his left helping with a cue. Kealohi sitting on a bench on a pier by the ocean. He has Judo in front of him, giving him a kiss. Michelle walking with facility dog Misty by her side. Staff member Hannah is walking next to her on her right side. Michelle walking with Misty by her side on a wooden pier at Ventura Beach. Stephanie heeling Riker along a walkway in the park. Trainer Sean is to their right watching. Stephanie standing over Riker, who is sitting on a bench on the Ventura Beach Pier. They are looking into each other's eyes. Lauren practicing a lap cue.
Again, welcome to Guide Dogs America Tender Loving Canines. We're now about 2 minutes away from starting, so please find your seats. Please find your seats. Thank you.
Stacy with Lance walking next to her along a park walkway. Trainer Sean is to the right of them walking with Stacy and Lance on the beach sitting in the sand, smiling at the camera. The pier and a wooden teepee are behind them. Service dog Hayden performing a leash cue with handler Margot at the park. Margot standing on the beach while Hayden runs around in the sand. David heeling his service dog Osha on his left side down a park walkway. David walking down the Ventura Beach Pier with Osha by his side looking up at him.
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm gonna try and keep this quick to get you guys home in time for Game 7 tonight. It's an honor to be here with you today. Congratulations to all the graduates. Before we get started, I'd like to welcome Girl Scout Troop 6719 for the flag ceremony.
Audience attention, please stand. Color guard attention. The flag will be coming down the center aisle and up onto the stage. The flag will be posted on the left. Color guard advance. Color guard post the colors. Color guard salute the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard dismissed. Please be seated.
All right. First of all, Tony just wanted me to say that, first of all, he wanted me to say congratulations. Second of all, obviously it's killing him and both Teresa to not be here at graduation. They're out on the road fundraising, but they send their best wishes. They send all of their thank yous to all of you. And he just wishes you guys nothing but the most success. Next for thank yous, I want to give a special shout out to the IAM. We have some IAM brothers here. As you know, the Machinists founded our organization, and this class is a little special because we have not one but two IAM members in it, one being the daughter of a member of one of the locals here. And the IAM, for those of you that don't totally understand, they raise about $2 to $3 million a year for us. And we don't have to, yeah. They go out, they run, they do motorcycle runs, golf tournaments, you name it, and we don't have to lift a finger. And it's a huge reason why we're here today. Next, I'd like to acknowledge just the team here, the entire team at GDA. There's so much work that goes on behind the scenes. People give so much of their lives to this place, and they truly are dedicated and special, and I'm proud to work with everybody that works here. Next, I'd like to thank all the volunteers that give their lives to this place. You guys could do anything. You could be golfing, you could be bowling, whatever, and you choose to give hours and hours and hours, and we could not do it without you. I'd like to thank the donors that give their money to us. Keep giving your money to us. We need more of it. There's a group that doesn't get acknowledged just because they're always behind the scenes, and it's our marketing department. They put this on, and the week leading up to this is a nightmare. They're getting photos, they're getting sponsors, they're doing the script, they're putting together the presentation that you see, and it never gets mentioned, you just kind of see it, but I want to acknowledge Tracy, Rainey, Nicole, and Rosa back there. Where is she? There she is. And there's another special lady that never gets recognized, Judy Riley. Talk about a super volunteer that just shows up and does work. You never have to ask her for anything. It just shows up in your inbox. And if you don't get back to her within about 8 hours, she calls you to make sure that you got it. She's just one of the people that's glue for this place, that keeps this place held together, and she's just a tremendous individual. So how about another round of applause? Earlier this week, we held a private veteran flag presentation to honor our veterans. It's one of the things that we're doing to try and keep this thing short. But I do want to take a moment and honor our veterans in this graduating class who have proudly served in the United States Air Force, the United States Army, and the Army National Guard. Your courage, your discipline, and your continued strength inspire us all, and it truly is a privilege to be able to serve, to give back to you guys. So how about another round of applause? I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge one of our guide dog graduates, Lynn. She began this journey with class with us, and she can't be with us today due to a family emergency. Just a tough situation. Lynn, you're in our hearts, and our hearts are with you during this difficult time. Please know that you and your family are in our thoughts and prayers. When the time is right, we look forward to completing your class and getting you the dog that you so rightfully deserve. One of the new things that we've been doing with class that you guys don't get to see is we have an O&M program that we're trying out, we're piloting. And O&M stands for Orientation Mobility, and then what it means is it's the white cane and how to orient and mobilize yourself. So being able to read traffic, being able to be an independent route traveler. And when I first started here, I would go out to these centers and try and recruit guide dog students, and it's one of the requirements to get a guide dog is that you know O&M. They can't just pick up the guide dog handle and know where to go. They need to be able to plan a route. But the issue is that these services just aren't available. If you live out in the middle of Kansas and the closest city is 2 hours away, you have a heck of a hard time finding an O&M instructor that's going to teach you this crucial skill, teach you independence. And so Greg and Jamie and our whole guide dog program got together and said, this is something that we really need to do to be able to get, first of all, it's the right thing to do. It's the core of our mission. It was what Joseph Jones, when he founded this school, this is what he dreamed about, giving services to people that might not have access to them or don't have the money for them. And then it also is helping us qualify future guide dog users. So I really just think the world of it. I'm really proud that that's where our money is going, where our efforts are going. And so this week we had Therese and Corey, who were trained by Andrea from Wayfinder. So they're not here with us today, but just a quick round of applause for them. Next, I would like to give a special thank you to our puppy sponsors. First, we have Baylor, who was sponsored by IAM Local Lodge 1297 and District 54. This is their first puppy sponsorship, and I'm sure they are very proud to hear that Baylor has become a guide dog. We hope they are watching this ceremony on our Facebook page, and congratulations to District 54. Next, we have Lance, who was sponsored by Carol George. Longtime donor and friend Carol and her husband Roger have sponsored many dogs and continue to support us through regular donations. Carol George's name is in every one of these programs. It's incredible. Carol and Roger, many thanks for your sponsorship of Lance. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you very much. Next, we have Riker, who was sponsored by Roz and John Bouillon. They are longtime sponsors and very proud of service dog Riker. Unfortunately, they cannot be with us today, but they will be watching the ceremony on Facebook and send their best wishes and congratulations to Riker and his new partner. John and Roz, if you are watching, I say hello. I miss you guys. Congratulations. Next, we have Judo, who is sponsored by Sepulveda Building Materials. Their charity golf tournament raises a ton of money for us. This special woman right here, talk about another person that's name is always in the speeches. Some of you who might have been attending these graduations for a while might be aware that Sepulveda Building Materials is one of our faithful supporters. They recently held another successful golf tournament and donated over $100,000. Today, it's incredible. It's truly incredible. Today, Janie Connors, the president of Sepulveda, is here with us to celebrate the graduation of service dog Judo, one of their many sponsored puppies. We're coming up on 100, lady. I know, we got to plan something special for number 100. Janie, would you come join me on stage? Next, we have Hawkeye, who is sponsored by Faye and Gary Waldman. They have supported us through annual puppy sponsorships, and today they are happy to celebrate the graduation of service dog Hawkeye. Faye and Gary, I believe you're here today. Can you please join me on stage? There you are. Would you like to say a few words?
This is our first puppy that's made it through, so we're thrilled. Unfortunately, my husband is not here, but we're very excited, and hopefully our next dog, Destiny, if you're here, I'd like to meet you.
We would also like to acknowledge additional puppy sponsors for dogs who are now part of our breeder family. Truly a gift that keeps on giving. Sherrod Penzensky sponsored Corey. Delta Gamma, Gamma Chi sponsored Josie. And thank you to our class donors who sponsored a puppy that was ultimately career changed. Joy Danielson for Kirby, Sepulveda Building Materials again for Brooks. My friends in the Pennsylvania State Council of Machinists, really good group of guys out there in Pennsylvania. They fundraise all across the state. They sponsored Finn, and Mike and Leslie Adams for their sponsorship of Delta. How about a big round of applause for them? And thank you to our harness sponsors, Dave and Mary Brown for Lance, Sue Munns and Jude Litzenberger for their harness sponsorship of Gunner. And we had one last one that was a little bit special. Elizabeth Hall did a harness sponsorship in loving memory of Lewis Hall for Guide Dog Ike. So one more round of applause. Some quick announcements. You can see them up on the board, but the one that's important to us is that Giving Tuesday is coming up on December 2nd. It just keeps growing year after year. It's become a huge part of our annual fundraising campaign. Not asking you for money, really just asking you to share your voice. If you have Facebook, click the share button. If you have emails that you can forward to people, that's how this thing grows. That's how we're able to ultimately provide more dogs. So keep that in mind. That is December 2nd. She's going to kill me if I forget this. Where is she? There you are. We have our annual calendars on sale. Graciously, between Janie and Nancy, they make this thing happen, and a bunch of other people, I'm sure. But you can buy them outside after the graduation. As always, we want to give a special thank you to National Charity League, the San Fernando Valley chapter. NCL's dedicated members are on hand at every graduation, providing and serving refreshments and generously assisting family members and guests. Thank you, NCL. And one more thank you. Two Blind Brothers is a company started by two blind brothers. And I know. Greg and I actually met them at a conference probably 6-7 years ago, and it's been cool to see just how big their company's grown. They do a bunch of different products for people that are blind, and they did an amazing bunch of gift bags full of goodies for our graduating teams, and everyone loved the merchandise that they included. So another round of applause for them. Promised you that I'd be quick. I think that was quick, but to the class, you guys are family now. Really just, this is what it's all about. We put in a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of people do. I said it already today, I'll say it again. People can choose to do anything in the world. They can, and people do. A lot of people choose to not dedicate their time to making this happen. So it's special when you see it all finally come together. We're really proud. This is just the first step into this new chapter, and this is where the fun really begins, and I can't wait to hear all of the great stories, see you guys out on the road. We've already got you scheduled for 1 million different fundraisers, and just couldn't say enough. So congratulations. Next I'd like to welcome up Sonia. I didn't want to leave you hanging.
Oh, I was coming anyway. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Sonia, and as a lead instructor for the Service Dog program, let me tell you what an honor and privilege is to stand here with you today as we celebrate the end of these incredible 10 days. Today we celebrate dedication, growth, and the amazing bonds that have formed between our 7 recipients and their service dogs. Over the past day, we witnessed challenges met with courage, patience, and so much heart. But before I get to the class, let me share a few thanks. To our incredible volunteers, thank you for keeping everything running smoothly and for doing it all with such kindness. Dorm and transportation duties, guys, thank you. So much appreciated. Crystal Clean team, Terry, Lisa, and Jacob, thank you for creating a clean and welcoming space for everyone. Chef Louis, Chef Steve, and Nacho, thank you for keeping us well-fed and spoiled from the kitchen, and that's all we're gonna say. We are also very grateful to the 2 institutions that support our prison programs, Mill Creek State Prison and R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility. To the incarcerated trainer, your dedication is a powerful reminder of the change that compassion and purpose can bring. To my amazing team, the Service Dog team, Sean, your energy and expertise lift everyone around you. It is such a pleasure and always a lot of fun to share class with you. Nicole, our Service Dog manager, and Jess, Service Dog trainer at RJD, your hard work behind the scene never go unnoticed. Cheryl, director of the Service Dog program, and Hannah, our manager of admission and graduate services, thank you for your support, your patience, and for always stepping up whenever it's needed. Thank you. And now, what you guys are waiting for, our 7 graduates. This moment belongs to you. You each shown strength, resilience, and an open heart. You have trusted the process, trusted your dogs, and trusted yourself. The bond you've built is something truly extraordinary, rooted in trust, respect, and unconditional love. From this day forward, you walk side by side with a partner who believes in you completely. They'll steady you when life feels unsteady. They'll lift you when you need it most and celebrate your victories, either big or small. Remember, it's a one step at a time and is always moving forward. We are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see where this partnership today will lead you next. Congratulations to each one of you. And now, let's turn our attention to the true stars of the day, and it's my great joy to introduce our first recipient. We are going to start with David and his service dog, Osha. Osha is a yellow female Labrador. How about David? During David's senior year of high school, a military recruiter came to his house. He wanted to talk to his brother, but while he was there, he explained to David that if he joined the military, he could travel the world. David had never been on a plane before, so the idea sounded pretty exciting. He ended up joining in 1996 and was in basic training on September 98 in Fort Benning, Georgia. David ended up serving in the Army for 10 years. He was deployed to Iraq as a transport operator and spent a year stationed near the Baghdad airport. His job was to take supplies of base and deliver them to other units. Please let me welcome David on stage.
Sit. I'm David. The reason that I'm glad I'm having OSHA is she's going to help me with my anxiety, so thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Osha was raised by Diana Valenzuela, so let's invite Diana up on stage.
All right, I'm going to say it. OSHA is my favorite. This is my second time, but I'm going to say they're all my favorite. So is Gretel, and so is Malaya. I watched a TV, I don't know, something on TV saying they should be a puppy raiser. I know it starts with us, and right now it ends with us saying goodbye, but it takes a community. And after being on the phone with area leaders and going to different training classes, and then those of us that work, not that it's not bad that you don't work, it's a lot more challenging. I just want to say thank you to everyone who helped raise the puppies. I don't know, we all are important and we all need each other, and this is a community. It gets me out of my routine, it gets me up and going, and if my dog keeps me in shape, I will explain later why, but keeps us going. And if we're getting older and I'm going to retire in like a year or so, I have something to keep my youth, keep me young, and that's what these dogs do for all of us. So thank you to everyone, from the cash that is given, to the people in the kennel, to all the raisers, to the community, who we go into the stores, and sometimes our dogs poop in there. Sorry, just saying. But everything. So in the end, I want to thank everyone who raises these dogs. That's the entire community and world. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. So Osha was trained in Mill Creek State Prison by trainer Guillermo Brambilla, and we have a video to share.
Hi, everyone. My name is Guillermo Brambilla, and this beautiful fur baby is Osha. She came into my life 8 months ago, along with my team partner, Frankie Rojas, whose journey has taken him elsewhere. Thank you, Frankie. But as for Osha, she has stayed by my side ever since, literally. The bond that we share is full of love and trust. One thing I remember most about Osha is that the way she looks at you with her bubbly eyes and loves to rub between your armpits and legs when she greets you every morning. Osha has affected my life so many positive ways that she has helped me grow as an individual and become less impulsive and more caring towards others. I no longer think about myself. I think about how I can help others. I hope and wish whoever receives Osha receives her with open arms and full of love, because I know she's going to be ready with paws wide open and nothing but love to give. Thank you, GDA and TLC, for giving me this opportunity to give back. And to my supervisors, Ms. Parisi and Ms. Maples, thank you. Last but not least, to my family and friends, and wife Melissa and daughter Maya, thank you for supporting me.
And we're moving to our second graduate, Kiloi, and his service dog, Judo. Judo is a black Labrador retriever. Kiloi is originally from Maui, Hawaii. He is an Army aviation veteran who served 8 years, including a deployment to Bosnia. After the 2023 Lahaina wildfires, Kiloi relocated to Seattle, Washington, where he began a new chapter focused on healing and growth. Living with PTSD, ADHD, and anxiety, Kiloi made the life-changing decision to pursue a service dog named Judo, an endeavor that represents his commitment to greater independence, emotional balance, and resilience. Help me to welcome Kiloi on stage.
Margot has my speech. Just kidding. Thank you, Liv and Tanner, and for the donuts. Those are great. I am thankful for this whole organization. They're amazing what they can do. And thank you for the raisers, everybody that raised it, and everybody that participated. And Judo, please. Judo wanted to thank his trainer, Augusto. Judo. Release. Sit. Sit.
Oh, that was good. Thank you. Judo was raised by Ann Larson, and we're going to invite Ann on stage.
I am so grateful to be a part of Judo's journey to become a service dog. Judo was such an easy puppy to raise. He took to potty training and crate training so easily, and his desire to please me made puppy kindergarten and obedience training so much fun. When not working, Judo can be goofy and playful. He loves to fetch and play tug of war. Judo had daily zoomies, and he had some out there when we met him, and he also loves to nap. But he knew when we were out in the community, he was working. However, I was not the only one that's part of the story to Judo's success, and I have to thank others that have helped Judo succeed. The GDA TLC staff provide a wonderful community. You've heard this from others, to be a part of and provide so many needed services for our puppies. I have to thank Sepulveda Building Materials and Jeannie for sponsoring Judo's journey. They've been such a generous sponsor for Judo and so many other dogs in the GDA TLC organization. Also, our OC area leader, Tammy New, who's here, has been pivotal to Judo's success. Tammy dedicates a lot of her time to help puppy raisers get the best results during our puppy raising time. And finally, the incarcerated trainers and TLC trainers have a crucial role in taking these dogs over the finish line. It truly takes a village to raise and train these amazing dogs. Now Judo gets to share his skills with his forever person, Kealohi. I'm so happy that Judo and Kealohi were matched. It feels like the perfect pairing. I believe they will be able to live a fulfilling life together, providing love and support to each other. My family and I wish Kealohi and Judo all the best in their next phase of life.
Thank you, Ann. Judo was trained at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility by trainer John Agosta, and we do have a video to share.
Hello, this is Judo. My name is John Agosta. I'm an Army veteran. Judo, before. Hold. I've been in the program for many years. He's been a great companion dog for me, and soon to be a service dog for you. What I remember about Judo is his calm confidence and the way he always seemed to know what I needed, even before I did. Whether we were navigating and walking the busy day room or the yard, or just relaxing in the pooch cell or in this room, the pooch room, or in the cell. And Judo has a steady presence that made every moment feel a little easier for me and a little brighter. Judo has been a positive impact on my life. He has given me not only independence and safety, but also companionship, trust, and joy. Judo has shown me true teamwork, and what true teamwork looks like, and how much a dog can teach us about patience, love, and responsibility. I'll hold it now. I wish some amazing and bond and sense of freedom that I've experienced passes on to you. Trust in him, be patient, and let yourself grow together. You're not just getting a service dog, you're gaining a best friend. And he will change your life in many ways, and you can't even imagine it yet. So thank you, GDA, TLC staff, for bringing us together.
And we're going to our third graduate, Lauren, and her service dog, Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a yellow male Labrador Retriever. Lauren is a nurse practitioner who exclusively works with veterans. After witnessing the profound impact of a service dog through GDA and TLC program during a veteran appointment, Lauren pursued service dog training to support her son Cooper, who has autism and Coolen-DeVries syndromes. Cooper's service dog helps aid emotional regulation during stressful situations through sensory input and physical support for mobility challenges related to low muscle tone, enhances Cooper independence and quality of life. Welcome, Lauren.
So first, I'd like to thank everyone who made this moment possible, and thank you to the class of 435 and our trainers who are just beyond amazing. This is very special, not just for me and my family, but for our son. His life hasn't been easy. He's got level 3 autism, global developmental delays, Coolen-DeVries syndrome, epilepsy, and global hypotonia. From his first days, his life hasn't really been easy. He was born during the onset of COVID while I worked the front lines, and 7 months of age, he was diagnosed with infantile spasms, and days later, we lost our home to Hurricane Laura. Since his first breath, he has faced more challenges than most have in a lifetime. Yet through every hospital visit, therapy session, and appointments, he just meets the world with such light and joy. Though he doesn't speak, he communicates through his resilience and laughter. But as a parent, I often thought, what more can I do? I learned about GDA TLC program through a veteran graduate. And during this whole process, I began to see broken threads begin to mend. So Hawkeye, the name itself means vigilance, precision, and strength. To me, Hawkeye represents the Avenger who doesn't really have any superpowers, but holds the team together and keeps them ready. I'd like to paraphrase a quote from Tony Stark, or Iron Man, as it were. We may not be able to change their diagnoses or our diagnoses, but we can make dang sure we can avenge it. For my son, for our family, and for every family like ours, Hawkeye represents hope, teamwork, and resilience. And now our journey here comes to a close, not just for us, but for everyone who is waiting on their Hawkeye. It's time to assemble. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Hawkeye was raised by Gwen and Bob Whitson, which they can now be here today, and our Catherine will come on stage and read the note from them. Thank you.
Hello, I will be reading a speech from Bob and Gwen Whitson. They are in Africa right now, searching for some gorillas, so that's pretty important stuff as well. So this is from Bob. Hawkeye was our 5th GDA TLC puppy, and today he'll become our 4th working dog. Although all of our puppies have had the lovability that labs are famous for, we have noticed that sometimes a puppy will gravitate more towards myself or my wife. Our first puppy, Serenity, was definitely Gwen's pup, but early on, Hawkeye decided that I belonged to him. He was always close by my side, whether it was in the den at home or out in the woods in Idaho. I think all puppy raisers make mental bets as to whether their dog will go guide or service, but we were absolutely convinced that Hawkeye's natural empathy made him a perfect fit for service. No family raises a puppy by themselves, and I would like to thank our Pasadena Puppy Raiser Village, especially Sheila Treston, our fearless area leader, and all of the families who traded puppy sitting favors with us. Also, I want to say thank you to Faye and Gary Waldman, who generously sponsored Hawkeye, and many other puppies, and to the trainers and kennel staff at GDA TLC. Congratulations, Lauren. We pray that Hawkeye will enrich your family's lives as he did and ours. Bob and Gwen Whitson.
Hawkeye was trained in Mill Creek State Prison by trainer Chester Coker, and we have a video.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alan, and I get to present to you Hawkeye. I haven't had him very long. Some of his training was done by Ivan Gonzalez and Darren Dennison. I bat cleanup, and he's awesome. Our mission statement is transforming lives through service dogs. Hawkeye makes me better every single day. He is exuberant joy. You're getting a real life teddy bear. Look at him. Look at you. He's a teddy bear. I want to thank everybody for giving me this opportunity. You see me a lot. Yeah, thank you.
And we're moving on our fourth graduate. Our fourth graduate is Margot and her service dog, Hayden. Hayden is a yellow female Labrador Retriever. Margot is Tanner's mom. He's happy, curious, loving, not speaking, and twice exceptional autistic, 5 years old. His view of our world may be different and needs assistance communicating with the world and adjusting to new environments. That is where Hayden will assist him most. Being able to communicate will help him socialize with peers and gain independence in his daily routines. Help me to welcome Margot and Aiden.
All right. Hello, everyone. Our incredible son, Tanner, is 5 years old, non-speaking, and was diagnosed with level 3 autism at 2.5 years old. Receiving the diagnosis, my wife, Rachel, immediately reached the ends of the internet, looking up therapies, how to work with AAC devices, joining Facebook groups. Me, on the other hand, at 3 a.m. that night, the only thing I Googled was, how do I get a service dog for my son? I spent about an hour doing my research, and around 4 a.m., I decided on Guide Dogs of America, Tender Loving Canines. They were just the best company out there, and we need the best, right, girl? Yeah. So at 4 a.m., I sent an email to Hannah. Hey, do I have to wait until Tanner turns 4 to apply? She promptly replied, yes. So what did I do next? I put it on our family calendar, apply for Tanner's service dog on his 4th birthday. The next morning, my wife Rachel said, what's this on the calendar? I said, it's for Tanner, for his service dog. I'll tell you more about it later. She said, okay. She was pretty excited. That sounds great. She was not surprised by my ambition. Really couldn't believe I was putting something on the calendar a year and a half in advance. I'm very futuristic, and she knows this. So, send in his application. An hour before he turned 4, I sent it in. His birthday was over a holiday weekend, but I think Hannah probably noticed this. She's like on top of the game. So we had an incredible from Cheryl and Stella, and it was amazing to watch Tanner walk a mile with. He was 4 years old, and we knew this would be a life-changing event. So we're 15 months later, graduating Tanner's service dog, Hayden. She's the perfect match for him. They're going to be a great team, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish together. Now at home, I also have a 2-year-old daughter named Liv. She has a big personality. While we were prepping the kids for our newest family member, I kept saying to Liv, Tanner is getting a dog, trying to make sure she really knows Tanner's getting the dog. She said to me, Tanner gets a dog? Livy gets a cat. We are definitely not getting a cat. We got a lot going on. Maybe Santa will bring her some sort of plush cat. We'll leave it at that. After getting to know Hayden and work with her for the past 10 days, it definitely makes me emotional that she's going to change our lives. I said to Rachel that when I look back at my life so far, marrying her, having our kids, and getting Hayden, welcoming her to our family and participating in this program is probably the top events of my life. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for everything you've put into this life-changing event for our family. We will keep you posted, literally. Follow Hayden's adventures at Hayden the Helping Lab. And I just want to give a huge thank you everyone who's been a part of this program. Special shout out to Hannah and Cheryl. Special shout out to Sonia and Sean. And to my class of 435. It's been a wonderful 10 days. I'm going to miss you guys. Thank you. Let's go.
Thank you, Margot. Aiden was raised by Joanne, Asan, and Jordan Khalil, and I'm pretty sure we are inviting Joanne on stage. Let's welcome Joanne.
I didn't think I'd be emotional, but I think I'm gonna need a brief minute here. I'm so happy that Hayden is placed with Margot and her family because I can tell that this is gonna work out great for them. I was lucky in that all the hard work of the first 2 months of puppy training was done by Debbie Prince, who is in the administration here. So she did a fantastic job. When I got Hayden, she was ready to go. Had no problems, never had an issue. She's the easiest dog ever. So she was just a joy to be with. She came to work with me every day. She'd come in. I work at an animal hospital. She didn't bark at other dogs. She loved playing with everybody. She would watch them walk by, so she was just an easy dog. Then she would just lay down and sleep while I saw appointments, and then get up and go home and sleep more if that's what I needed. So I was like, perfect for me. It was great. So, but she's also been a favorite of our cats, so I'm sure she will love a cat if you actually end up getting a cat. But she also liked watching the rabbits in the backyard, so she's just a happy, easy, loving dog that there's not a person or animal in the world that she doesn't get along with, so I'm sure it'll be great. She loved going to on the outings with us, goes to parks with me. She was my hugging partner, so she'll love going on those walks too. My husband liked to go to Home Depot and Costco, and he was actually told by someone there that he had to go home and get the dog when he went one time without her because she loves her. She loves her tug, and she loves being able to take on the bigger dogs and pull really hard, so she can hold her own no matter what. She's a fantastic dog. She has an excellent personality. We loved having her, and you're going to love having her as well. So good luck to you and Tanner and Rachel and Liv. And thank you all very much. Thanks also to the San Diego Puppy Raiser Group. Jude and Sue were the best, and everybody else is also here too. So I just want to say they've all been great support, and I hope anybody else that's listening to this can get involved too. Thanks.
Thank you, Joanne. Hayden was trained at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility by Arturo Arzaga in Dante Anderson, and we're sharing a video.
Hi, my name's Arturo Arzaga.
I'm Dante Henderson, I'm the secondary.
And this is Hayden. Hayden is an amazing, lovable dog. She loves people and is eager to be of service. I received Hayden and was able to work with her fluency on all her complex behaviors. Hayden and I worked with any challenges throughout her training. This taught me patience, and that there are multiple ways to counter-condition any unwanted behavior. I am grateful for the time I spent with Hayden. She wants to be the center of attention with her wiggly body and enjoys comforting you. I will miss her committed gaze and play sessions we had together. I want to thank Ms. Simpson and Mr. Deeps for entrusting me with the responsibility of completing Hayden's training. I am grateful for my secondary, Mr. Henderson, who helped me prove and generalize her behaviors. My biggest hope is that Hayden brings you and your family all the peace of mind and happiness that you deserve in life. Hayden is one of a kind dog, and I will miss her.
I want to be grateful for this opportunity to say that I thank Mr. Arzaga for giving me the opportunity to help with being his secondary. What it taught me was team building efforts. I think that's important in this setting, to be able to work together as a team and to get Hayden to the finish line, which we were able to accomplish together as a team. And I think that's very important within this program. It teaches you how to work together. And I'm grateful for everything this program offers. Thank you.
And together we build bridges.
Yes.
All right, and our next graduate is Michelle and her facility dog, Misty. Misty is a black female Labrador Retriever. Michelle has worked in education within Disability Services Office for 26 years. The past 19 years, she has been at Mira Costa Community College as a counselor for students with disabilities. In 2023, Michelle took a sabbatical that was focused on students with autism, with the intention to implement best practices that will guide accommodation and support Mira Costa students. The addition of a facility dog is an important best practice that will support students in ways we never imagined possible. Let's welcome Michelle.
Thank you, everybody. This is so exciting. I'm just excited to be here, and I've been on the opposite side of this podium as a puppy raiser. I've been involved in supporting dogs and other activities, and just really trying to help these special puppies reach their destination. I'm aware of the commitment and dedication it takes to get a puppy from birth to career, and also the amount of people involved in getting just one puppy through their journey. I'd like to acknowledge all of the individuals involved in Misty's journey, and meeting Misty has been one of the happiest days I have had in a long time. I am honored to be matched with Misty, who will be a facility dog in the Student Accessibility Services Office at Mira Costa College in Southern California. After 10 days of training with Misty, learning cues and behaviors, and bonding with her, I have so many ideas of how we can fit Misty into our daily schedule and reaching the students, faculty, and staff that need her. I can't wait to see how she can change lives, one lap, one hug, one nudge, and one snuggle at a time. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Misty and Michelle. They are the M&M teams, by the way. Just saying. Misty was raised by Jim and Jen Cliffel. Let's invite Jen on stage.
Good morning. I feel so privileged to be here representing my husband, Jim, who couldn't make it to the ceremony this morning, but was able to come by earlier to meet Misty and her new partner, Michelle, and reconnect with Misty after not seeing her for over a year, and our two children, James and Alex, who also played a part in raising each of our 4 puppies for GDA TLC, 2 guide dogs, and now 2 service dogs. Jim's opportunity this morning to meet Michelle and Misty outside of the scheduled time was just one more indicator to us of the incredible organization that GDA TLC is. People who are willing to go out of their way to serve others and individually support the needs of a myriad of puppy raisers and united teams alike. I was looking through pictures this morning of the day we picked up Misty back in July of 2023, and she was the cutest and sweetest little baby black lab. She always had a wonderful temperament and just loved being around people. We both teach. So she spent the first 14 months of her life learning all about U.S. history and accompanying me into many classrooms around the William S. Hart School District as we both mentored new teachers to improve their practice and foster their emotional well-being. Besides the students, Misty's biggest fans were all of the staff members that worked in the offices of the schools. The administrative staff could not wait to see Misty as Jim walked her through the Saugus High School office daily, or I showed up at one of my many school sites. She brought joy to every student and adult that she met during the time that we had her. I can't tell you how happy two educators are to hear that she will be part of the counseling team at a community college, continuing Misty's record of service to others. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jan. Misty was trained at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility by trainer Gregorio Monzano, and we're sharing a video.
Hi, my name is Gregorio Monzano. This is Misty. She's been with me a little bit over a year. We have fun training. At the beginning, that wasn't the case. She had little problems with the training, but once that she got into the mode of training, she was able to learn her cues real quick. She always likes to work. She likes to snuggle, so whoever gets this dog, be mindful that she's gonna want to be next to her handler all the time. One of the things that Misty did for me is help me with the with my anxiety, with my stress, and again with the PTSD that I'm dealing with. I know that this is gonna do the same thing for whoever gets this dog. She helped me also to meet a lot of new people who typically I wouldn't speak to, and although she's slow, but she always, if you encourage her, she always gonna work with whoever is the handler. Having said that, take care of the dog. She means a lot to me. I love her to death, and you're gonna have the same feeling when you start working or taking care of this dog. Thank you.
Our next graduate is Stacy and her service dog, Lance. Lance is a male yellow Labrador Golden Cross. Stacy is a proud mother of Samuel, a bright and resilient child with autism who has always shared a special connection with animals. Together they begin a new journey with Lance, Samuel's new service dog. Lance will provide comfort, stability, and independence, helping Samuel navigate daily challenges, build confidence in public spaces, and find calm during moments of stress. He will also fill Stacy and Samuel's lives with joy and laughter by easing daily demands and bringing a calm and playful balance to their Daisy. Welcome, Stacy and Lance.
All right. Here we go. Hi, everyone. I still can't believe we're here today. This journey started with a question, one that came from a moment I'll never forget. My son has a connection with animals. There's just something about animals. They reach him in a special way that people can't. One day while we were visiting my parents, I watched their dog gently interrupt one of my son's behaviors. And I remember thinking, wow, what if there were service dogs that could have kids like him? That moment changed everything. When I found Guide Dogs of America, Tender Loving Canines, something clicked right away. Hannah was the first person after my son's diagnosis that made me feel seen, validated, and accepted. This organization didn't make me explain or justify, they simply understood. I knew then that GDA TLC was the right place for my family. And now we're about to welcome Lance in our home. I already know Lance is going to change our lives. He's going to bring lightness, laughter, and help turn overwhelming moments from chaos to calm. Lance will help my son engage on his terms with less pressure, less demand, and a lot more smiles. Being in training with Lance and going through this program has been an incredible and unforgettable experience. The trainers have been so patient, kind, and encouraging, guiding us every step of the way. The staff has been incredibly caring, making us all feel understood and valued. And our class, number 435, we bonded like family. We cheered for each other through the good days and the hard ones. And I know I've made lifelong friends through this journey. To everyone at GDA TLC, the trainers, staff, sponsors, donors, puppy raisers, and volunteers, thank you for doing what you do. You help create a partnership that will truly change our lives. I'd like to give a special thank you to my husband and parents for holding down the fort while I was away. Your support means everything to me, and you nailed trick-or-treating with so thank you for that. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for this incredible gift for my son, my family, and me. This is our chance with Lance.
Thank you, Stacy. Lance was raised by Mary and Dave Brown, and we're going to invite Mary on stage. Welcome, Mary.
I was doing okay until I saw him come on stage. Didn't know it at the time, but when we drove up, there were two big yellow dogs in the play yard with their, we thought, graduates, and I said, well, maybe, and the Lance. Can you hear me okay? I hate microphones. We're very proud of Lance and proud of his trainer at Mule Creek. They got the job well done. And now he can go and support and help his new family. And he's going to have fun. Kids have always been his favorite. And anything dealing with physical contact, another one of his favorites. When we had him, and a number of people know this, his favorite command was close. And I guess they call it between now, where we call the puppy to us, and they sit between our legs. As soon as he learned it, treats were no longer necessary. As long as he got a pet or a hug, he was happy. It was his go-to greeting, much better than have a 60-pound dog jump up on you. And some other people know this story too, especially Hannah and Abigail. During his 9-month evaluation, they take him someplace where there was a statue of a mother and child. Lance decided to go greet the mother and child and sit in front. Mindy thought for a photograph. I said, no, he's just practicing close. And we were very pleased when we found out he was going to be part of the service dog program. We've had guide dog graduates, but he's our first service dog graduate, and we knew whether or not he graduated, he was going to be a part of transforming more lives than just his eventual recipient, the gentleman that helped train him at the prison. And speaking of the trainers, I just want to make sure they know that puppy raisers appreciate and look forward to the monthly letters we get. And to the TLC staff, thank you for the photographs you send. Our favorite was the one of Lance with his front paws on the shopping cart, getting ready to do the grocery shopping. Although he did look a little embarrassed when he had to wear the Valentine's headband. They can't be here today, but I also want his first, after leaving GDA, it wasn't us. Several months before he was born, David and I had agreed to babysit a couple of our grandchildren at their house while our daughter and son-in-law were away. Of course, it happens to be the same week he was due to come home. As raisers as we are and grandparents, the thought of how new puppy, as well as help 3-year-old twins get potty trained was a little much. So Dale and Lori Robertson, we dropped him off on Friday. When we picked him up Sunday afternoon, Okay, he wasn't quite housebroken yet, but he already knew his name. So and the twins, hopefully, they're almost 5 3/4. They'll be sure to tell you. Hopefully, are going to be able to watch this and see Lance because they miss him. So, Lance, go. Good boy, Lance.
Well, thank you, Mary, and I'm glad you appreciate the picture and the puppy letters. Lance was trained in Mill Creek State Prison by trainer Jared Wyatt, and we have a video to share.
Lance goes everywhere with me, to college, bachelor's program, group, and visiting with my family. He has helped me through so many difficult times, and he has been a service to my life in prison and to my family and kids. I'm the best version of myself with my little booger Lance. Thus, I am at the service of others in a place where freedom is limited. We've seen what true freedom looks like, the freedom to change, to care, and to give back. Lance has come so far. From the first day I met Lance, he was a love bug with a fun heart. To be in this program takes patience, discipline, and compassion to help train a service dog like Lance for the world. We had our memorable moments, but we've learned together. Every sit, stay, snuggle, and hug has been an act of love and persistence, building not just a well-trained dog, but a bridge to healing. Lance is going to change someone's life by being there for them. He perhaps will be helping a veteran sleep through the night or give a child with autism the confidence to face the world. Lance carries with him not just obedience and skill, but the care, effort, and hope of everyone who has helped him train. Lance and myself recognize the incarcerated trainers for their dedication, empathy, and growth. Thank you for all the help. I want to acknowledge the program staff, volunteers, and organizational leadership who make it possible. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to pay our debt to society in this way. It takes a community to raise a service dog, and today we celebrate that community. I want to end with an uplifting message about hope. It's amazing that one act of service creates ripples of good that reach beyond what we and anyone else can see. Every time Lance performs his job, he'll remind someone that redemption, kindness, purpose are possible no matter where you start. Here's a quote from Nelson Mandela: "The greatest glory in living lies not in ever falling, but in rising every time we fall." Thank you.
And we are on our last graduate, but not least, is our Stephanie and her service dog, Riker. Stephanie is an Air Force veteran, having served as a vehicle operator for 8 years. She was born in San Diego, California, but lived in Tijuana, Mexico for the beginning of her childhood. Having separated from service in 2023, she is now currently a student at California State University, Northridge as a sophomore, pursuing her bachelor in psychology with a minor in child development. Let's welcome Stephanie and Riker.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to take a moment to say how deeply grateful I am to be here today and how much this experience has meant to me. So I started looking for service dog through a lot of veteran programs, and I didn't get much luck. So I started to lose hope on even getting one. So honestly, I didn't think I'd ever be in this position. But first, I want to thank my amazing trainers, Sonia and Sean. From the very first day, you've been so patient, kind, and encouraging. You didn't just teach me how to work with Riker, you made me feel seen, heard, and understood. Your support and company have meant the world to me, and you made these 10 days something I'll never forget, as it was a positive and empowering experience. I also want to thank Hannah, who went above and beyond for me from the very start. She made the entire process feel so easy and welcoming, and she supported me every single step of the way. Knowing that she believed in me made such a huge difference, especially because this journey was such a big step for me. And I want to thank Diana and Vista as well for your time and help, which made all of this possible, and I'm so grateful I got to meet both of you. Before Riker, every day felt like survival. I lived with PTSD and other challenges that make the world feel unsafe. Then hypervigilance, okay, there we go. Fear and panic that make it easier to stay isolated. My world kept getting smaller, and I began to lose hope that things could ever. But then I got the call about Riker, and everything started to shift. Being here, learning from all of you, and building this bond with him has given me something I haven't felt in a long time: hope. Riker means freedom. He means independence, confidence, and safety. Because of him, I can imagine going to places I used to avoid, reconnecting with people, and living a life that's not ruled by fear. And I'd like to be able to share this program with other veterans, to spread the word in hopes that others can benefit from this and find hope themselves. To Riker's puppy raiser, Laura, sponsors, and his trainer, Quesada, thank you for the love and dedication that made him who he is. He's not just my service dog, he's my partner, my comfort, and my reminder that I'm never. I feel truly blessed that all our paths crossed, and that I was considered on such short notice, and that I got to be a part of this amazing community. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for believing in us and for this incredible opportunity of starting this new chapter with Riker by my side. It wouldn't have been possible without any of you, including my classmates who made this experience memorable. That's it.
Thank you, Stephanie. Riker was raised by Laura Richwine, and we're going to invite Laura up on stage.
Good morning. It's really hard going last, because now I'm emotional. As always, I want to start by thanking everyone in our village who helped raise and train Riker. Without all of you, he would not be the great dog today. Rob and I called Riker the happiest ever. Great temperament and personality, and anyone who worked with him knows that he loves the outdoors. He was known for his exuberance whenever he would get so excited he could hardly contain himself. So we really weren't sure if that energy could be harnessed and focused. Well, I had the opportunity to visit Riker in Mule Creek when I went there for our graduation. I met Quesada, his primary trainer, and got to see firsthand what amazing transformation he is and his co-raisers. He's mature and calm and finally able to focus and work outside. This was Quesada's first dog, and he did a wonderful job. If you're listening, you should be very proud of your accomplishments with Riker, and I hope you continue in the program. I know he was a challenge, but you both came through with flying colors. If any of you ever get the chance to visit either of the prisons, see the program, and meet the incarcerated trainers, I highly encourage you to do so. You'll be impressed and amazed at what they're accomplishing. Cheryl, Hannah, Sonia, Nicole, Jess, and Sean do a fantastic job. Stephanie, I've heard much excitement around you and your match with Riker. And even though we've just met, I know that to be true. Riker is a wonderful, loving, attentive, smart, and handsome boy. He'll love going to class with you at CSUN and your long walks in the park. And we'll be waiting for that call for a play date, because Snoop and Mo would love to play with him. We wish you all the best.
Thank you, Laura. Riker was trained in Mill Creek State Prison by trainer Carlos Quesada, and we do have a video to share.
Hello and good morning. First, I'd like to thank Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines, especially my bosses, Ms. Parisi and Ms. Maples, for allowing me this opportunity. My name is Carlos Quesada, and I, with the help of Cesar and Jose, trained Riker into being the amazing dog he is today. I knew from the beginning that someday I would have to let Riker go, and although I did the best I could to prepare for this day, it doesn't make it any easier. Riker's a lovable and very smart dog, and he's had a major impact on my life. He's the first dog that I ever trained and spent this much time with, and the pleasure has been all mine. This experience has helped me see the world in a different light. If Riker can soften someone like me up and make me feel this way, I'm positive you're gonna be just as much in love with him as I am, and he'll definitely change your life for the better. It's a significant talent I never knew that dogs had. I'm gonna miss Riker a lot, so please take good care of him, and I promise he'll take better care of you.
My name is Jose Gutierrez. First off, I would like to thank GDA, TOC, and all staff, and definitely Parisi and Maples for giving us this experience of a lifetime. And also thank you to all our coworkers. Being part of the LEASH program has brought so much joy, experience, and definitely patience. But I know that hard work pays off. For example, we have Riker here who is graduating today. He is the first dog me and Ortega got to babysit and become secondary handlers to. Riker, he is a very social dog. He gets along with everybody. He is smart, a fast learner, and above all, a happy dog. I just want to say that we wish you all the best and hope that he brings all the joy and humor and love that he has brought to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, that is all for the service dogs. To service dog class 435, congratulations. We are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see where this partnership leads you next. Congratulations. I am going to leave the stage to Jasmine, our guide dog lead trainer and our guide dog class.
Good morning, everybody. Like Sonia said, my name is Jasmine, and I had the honor of serving as lead instructor for class 435, alongside my fellow instructor, Sydney. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Graduation is truly what breathes life into our organization. It represents the culmination of hard work, perseverance, and teamwork from every individual and every department within our facility. It's a moment that reminds us why we do what we do. I could not have successfully led this class without the incredible support of my co-instructor, Sydney. Sydney, thank you for all of your unwavering dedication, both in the classroom and out in the field. You've not only been an amazing training partner, but also a friend and mentor throughout my journey here at GDA. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our Director of Programs, Jamie, for her presence and support throughout this class. Before we meet the students, I'd like to take a moment to thank everybody who helped Class 435 run so smoothly. Thank you to Chef Louie, Evan, and Steve from Provider Contract Food Service, and to Terry, Lisa, Jacob, and Tyree from Crystal Clean for keeping us well fed and for all of your help in the dorms. A big thank you to Patty and everyone at Ashkenazi Development for providing our students with a comfortable conference room in San Fernando. To Sherry, Monreen, Missy, Deb, Allison, and Jerry, thank you for volunteering in the dorms. And to Missy and Bob, thank you in advance for driving students to LAX and Burbank after graduation. And finally, a huge thank you to all of the staff and training department volunteers for caring for the in-for-training dogs while Sydney and I were in class. We truly couldn't have done all of this without you. I'm so happy to be standing here today introducing Class 435. This was my first class as lead instructor, and I couldn't have asked for a better or more entertaining group of students. Oh, so you know them. Class 435 will always be remembered as our Halloween class. Over the past 21 days, our students learned a few tricks, their dogs earned plenty of treats, and I hope the only thing that felt spooky was how quickly this time flew by. Each of them rose to the challenge with dedication, teamwork, and heart, and they should all be incredibly proud of what they've accomplished. Now let's meet our teams. Our first student is Daniel. Daniel is a retired Army veteran who served as a combat medic, reaching the rank of E5 Sergeant. His impressive military career spanned over 15 years. Now Daniel lives in Texas with his wife and has 3 children and 2 grandchildren. He is an associate pastor at his church, and he enjoys the outdoors, sports, and cheering for the Dallas Cowboys. Daniel is receiving his first guide dog, male black lab, Ventura. Please welcome up Daniel.
Well, well. It is my first dog. And when I first saw him, it was love at first sight. Not only for me, but for him. He just loves to give kisses. And I gave it back to him. And that's when we said, okay, we are going to be a great team. And I'd like to thank the Sobel family, the puppy raisers. They did a good job. And if you notice, if he lies down, if he gives me his belly, it's time to give him a belly rub because he loves belly rubs. To my wife, if you've seen this video at home in Corpus Christi, Texas, I love you, and I will be home soon. Maybe tomorrow. Thank you. I want to thank the GDA. Excellent program. Excellent program. I started going to Waco Rehab, the Blind Rehab Center in Waco, and through my O&M training, they said, GDA, GDA. I said, what is GDA? Well, guess what? I am now part of this GDA family. And it all started with Mr. Greg. And he's going to get tired of me calling him, Greg, when's that dog going to be available? And he said, it's going to be a while. But look at now. There you go. Look where I'm at now. My Ventura is here with me, and we're in love. And I want to thank our instructors, Sydney, Jasmine, and our fabulous director, Jamie. Without them, this would never happen, because with the training they gave us, we have an opportunity to go out there in the world and be ourselves. Because without our dogs, we were hibernating at home, doing things that we can do now. So I'm going to tell my class, when we have these dogs, don't forget that we live an extraordinary life with our dogs, our guide dogs. Those are our eyes in our future. And thank you very much. Let's go.
Ventura was raised by Doug, Tova, and their family. Please welcome puppy raiser Tova to the stage.
I want to thank everyone for being here tonight, or today. I want to say first, before I start my speech, to Daniel that we cannot be more excited for Ventura to be able to come to you, and also for your service and all the rest of the veterans who are here today. So Ventura was our 6th puppy. He's a purebred black lab, and the smallest of 6 that we've raised. Just 9 pounds at pickup and 1 of 11 in his litter. From day one, was the sweetest, most steady little guy, truly a joy to raise. We've had few puppies over the years who's been, let's say, character building. But Ventura, he was the calm in the chaos. Now, every litter has its quirks, and this one's litter was the down command. Apparently, none of them thought down applied to them. Ventura's version of down, as Daniel alluded to, was rolling over halfway for his belly rub. And in fact, if you were watching the graduates today, yeah, he was the only one who was rolling over and biting his paws and waiting for some belly rubs, while all the rest of them had their close really, really good. Honestly, who could resist? He figured out quickly that cuteness wins every time. Even when life throws us a curveball. We all got COVID over the holidays a couple of years back, and Ventura was so easy, we didn't even think about needing help. But after several days, we finally sent him off to the puppy sitters for several weeks, and he took it all in stride, unfazed as always. From greeting lines at big fundraisers to RV trips and hiking, nothing ever seemed to rattle him. He's been a calm, confident puppy through it all. Ventura, you've brought joy, laughter, and lots of belly rubs into our lives. We're proud of the dog you've become, ready to serve, steady as ever, and always leading with a big, gentle heart. And even though my favorite football team is whoever plays the Raiders, he has now become a Dallas Cowboy fan, and so we'll support the Dallas Cowboys as well. Congratulations.
Our next guide dog graduate student is John. John was a sports medicine professional who specialized in massage therapy. He currently lives in California with a Great Dane named Robert and a Chihuahua named Minnie. John enjoys spending time outdoors, sharing coffee with friends, traveling, giving back through volunteer work, and making us all laugh until our stomach hurts. John is receiving his first guide dog, Yellow Male Cross Gunner. Please help me welcome to the stage John and his guide Gunner.
Well, hello, everybody. The moment. It's the moment that the teachers and some of the staff have been very afraid of. Me with a microphone and a large group of people. With all seriousness, I don't think I've ever had more fun and learned so much at the same time. God, I feel like Meryl Streep up here getting ready for my speech. I want to thank Greg. Greg made this journey smooth, and he gave me everything I asked for, which was knowledge and an amazing guide dog Gunner. I requested a yellow lab. I got a yellow lab. Jasmine, Sydney, and of course, Jamie. Incredible. The other students that I was here with. There was a lot of sadness and disappointment getting here and losing my sight and Also, I want to thank all my friends. I know I'm jumping around, but amazing group of people that have supported me along the way during a lot of dark times, which was why I told my teachers here that I laughed so much, and really I terrorized them. Jamie, is that you? I look forward to coming back and volunteering with Guide Dogs of America. I believe so much in this group. I also volunteer with another organization in the desert. I live in Palm Springs. The professionalism and the love and support that I've gotten here has been top notch, and every step of the way. And believe it or not, I'm actually lost for words right now. So, Jamie, is that you? One more thank you to his puppy raisers. I mean, look at this amazing boy. Jude and Sue from San Diego. After meeting you briefly, I feel that we're already family in more ways than one. And this boy right here, you put so much love and time and energy into, and I got my perfect match. I got my forever. It wasn't easy getting here. There's a lot of disappointment, and it was worth the wait. Thank you, GDA. I'm in. Thank you.
Gunner was raised by Jude and Sue. Please welcome puppy raiser Jude to the stage.
I like it that you couldn't try Litzenberger. It's rather long. I co-raised Gunner with Sue Munns. Gunner is the second of 3 pups that I've raised. 4 years ago, I was playing bingo with some veteran friends of mine. I'm a Navy veteran, 21 years. When one of them walked in with a service dog, my questions were rampant. He told me that he had waited more than 2 years to get this dog. And he also told me how much his life was changed by the dog. I asked, what took so long? And he replied, they're really short on puppy raisers. Well, those of you that are veterans in the room know that you give a challenge like that, we're going to answer it. So it didn't take long before I applied to be a puppy raiser. That seemed like a challenge that I could help with. So Gunner was not raised just by me. He was raised by the village that we live in. Sue and I would like to thank the San Diego Squad, puppy sitters and raisers, Gunner's canine development trainer, Mindy, his Silmar trainers, and a special thanks to Sean for that long ride on a golf cart and talking to me about Gunner. Growing up, Gunner loved to train, and he was a real show-off. He taught me about how to work with him, and sometimes he was such a goofball. When he did that, we called his goofy self Gunboat. With his excellent posture, we thought he might have a career in modeling someday. But for now, his modeling career is on hold. And John, although we hardly know you, half of the room has told us all about you, and we're really looking forward to getting to know you more. And we also know that you and Gunner and Gunboat were meant to be together. We will be cheering you on to your new freedom and adventures together, and wish you all the best. Thank you for the privilege.
Our next guide dog graduate is Lily. Lily is a Southern California native with a passion for music and singing. Lily was nice enough to let me listen to her cover of an Adele song, and This Girl Can Sing. She enjoys cooking, baking, and watching movies. After graduation, Lily is looking forward to the potential of getting a job and attending college with her new guide dog. Lily was matched with female black lab, Baylor. Please help me welcome Lily and Baylor to the stage.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lily. I'm so blessed to have this experience. It's been a difficult 2 years since I've been blind. Baylor she's my little angel. She is such a great dog, and I'm so amazed by all the stuff that the trainers did. And her puppy raisers are wonderful, and I'm so glad to have met everyone here at GDA TLC. I can't thank enough. It's just an amazing thing. It's just an amazing thing to be able to enjoy this time with Baylor. And thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Jasmine and Sydney, for supporting me through this journey and continuing to be by my side throughout all of this. You all have been by my side through the hard times, and there's plenty more things to come for me and Baylor. Thank you so much.
Yes, Lily is very sweet, but she's also the one who would send John to his room at the end of every night. Baylor was raised by David and Deborah. Please help me welcome puppy raiser Deborah to the stage.
Sorry. I held it together till I saw her walk up here and I just fell apart. Good morning, and thank you all for being here on this Day of Independence for all of you guys. 3 years ago, this coming December, I got a call from the puppy department and said, we're in desperate need of a puppy raiser. We have these 4 puppies. We need one more puppy raiser. I said, well, wasn't quite ready for a new puppy at the time. We still had one that we were working with and ready to turn in for breeding. So I said, okay, we'll talk about it. Well, they said it was going to be a black lab. We wanted to do another black lab. They said it was a female. We can do that. It was a bee puppy. So immediately I came up with Baylor. Our grandson attends Baylor University in Waco, so Baylor just fit. He will graduate next May. Monday evening, we came out to meet Lily and found her to be a very delightful, very spirited young lady. She and Baylor are perfectly matched. We watched them go through their paces when they were coming into the grassy area back here in the back. And Baylor was just on top of it. She was so poised and ready to go. We introduced ourselves to her and shared many things about ourselves and Baylor, and she shared that she was from Inglewood. My husband spent some time in Inglewood and graduated from Inglewood High. After that, after graduating, he went on to El Camino College, which is where Lily plans to go to college. What a coincidence. Lily will be attending there soon, I hope. We share that we often go camping with Baylor and enjoyed camping and taking long hikes in the park. Lily says her family likes to camp, and she also likes to take hikes. Lily told us that when she applied for guide dogs through Guide Dogs of America, she said she wanted a small black lab female with lots of energy. That's Baylor in a nutshell. In fact, she's the only dog that they brought to her when they met. This was destiny. Lily, sorry. We wish you all the best during your time in college, and that Baylor will be there every step of the way. We were honored to raise her and know that she will change your life in so many ways. Thank you.
Our last graduate of the morning is Sarah. Sarah lives in Washington and works as a dedicated preschool teacher. In her free time, Sarah enjoys reading, solving puzzles, and spending time with friends. Sarah is here to receive her successor dog, her second guide dog, male black lab, Ike. Please help me welcome up Sarah and Ike to the stage.
I want to thank everyone who took part in raising Ike, his puppy raisers, the trainers. He's amazing. It's been really great to come back and get another dog from GDA. Losing my first dog, you know, it took a long time for me to feel okay coming back and getting another one. And Ike has been what I needed at this time in my heart and in my journey to gain my independence back. So I really appreciate everyone who's taken the time to raise him, to train him, and as my trainers say, we were matched perfectly. So I want to thank everyone again, and I really appreciate this opportunity.
Ike was raised by Mary and Joy. Please welcome puppy raiser Mary to the stage.
Dang it, Sarah, why'd you have to start crying? I'm very proud to be here to celebrate Ike's master's degree. He worked hard to get that, and his new partnership with Sarah. The mission statement for Guide Dogs of America is transforming lives through partnership with service dogs. The puppy raisers' lives are changed and transformed just as much as the recipients. These dogs are incredible. The help from GDA TLC is incredible. There aren't enough thank yous to go around. Puppy raisers are brought into a supportive community with exuberant, happy, busy beings, and it's our job to help educate and mold them into good citizens. I think that's a lot like Sarah's job as a preschool teacher. So I think the two of them will be very well suited together. I do want to thank part of my community, the Ventura Puppy Group, Debbie Prince, who fielded all my phone calls when I would call with whatever latest Ike incident that was going on. Carol and Colleen Moody, Matt Diener, Paul Mondragon, my daughter Joy Elazari, my church who put up with his barking through these sermons. He did get much better at that. So thank you very much. And Sarah, I wish you the best of luck with Ike. I do think this is a wonderful pairing. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of the students of Class 435. You've officially completed Guide Dog School. Now I have the pleasure of introducing our Senior Manager of Puppy Programs, Catherine.
Thank you. First off, I will say Class 435, you are dismissed. You can head out those doors first. And so just really quick while they're going out, I just want to take a moment to talk about the vital role puppy raisers play in our organization. You've heard firsthand from them the critical role they play. And so they take on the incredible responsibility of taking one of our puppies in training around 8 weeks of age and raise them till they're about 16 months. And so during that time, they're teaching 3 things. I like to say basic obedience, your sit down, your stays, and then instill house manners and provide exposure to a variety of experiences, whether it's to school, to work, to church, just everyday life. And so with that, they help build confident and prepared dogs for their futures as service dogs and guide dogs. So if at today's graduation sparked your interest or maybe inspired you to consider puppy raising, I encourage you to attend one of our puppy raiser orientations. These are held right here in our Visitor Education Center, and our next orientation is going to be Saturday, November 15th at 10:30 a.m. And so attending an orientation is a fantastic way to learn more about what is involved in puppy raising and the first step towards becoming an approved puppy raiser. And so if you're unable to attend our November orientation, don't worry, we have more. And so you can go to our website, guidedogsofamerica.org, and under the events tab, you can look at our calendar. And so additionally, today we'll be offering a tour of our campus after today's graduation. So Judy Riley will have someone. And so you'll either meet here under the trellis out there, so the big, nice, pretty wisteria. And so thank you again for being a part of today's graduation, whether you're here in person or online. We just want to say thank you so much for celebrating Class 435 with us. You are now dismissed.
If you're interested in a short tour, where's Diana? Diana Janke, where are you? There you are. Follow Diana